Achievements. There's just something special about them that just scratches an itch that nothing else can scratch. Recently, I've 100%ed two of my all-time favourite games on Steam, and this got me hooked on the hunt. And then I thought, how many games in my library could I complete? Surely there's not that many. 209? Wait. Huh? What the fuck is Porodaria 2? What is this? After having an internal crisis, realizing half my financial equity has been spent on digital licenses, I started to scroll through the clusterfuck of games that my library has become. Then, my last two remaining brain cells began rubbing together, and I came up with a brilliant idea. I can't let these games go to waste. I'm going to go through and 100% as many of these games as I possibly can and clean up this bloody library of mine, even if it kills me. Now, you might be wondering, Mus, what game will we start with? Dark Souls? Elden Ring? No. I want this video to come out in 2026. So I think we start with the classic. Bioshock 2. Now, you may be wondering, why not the first? You see, one of those two all-time favourite games I 100%ed happened to be the first Bioshock. That's what kind of sparked this whole sadistic idea. Maybe in some time we do a revisit, who knows. Anyway, that's enough yapping from me. Welcome to Rapture, folks. It's 1958. We are Big Daddy Delta in a pre-Civil War city of Rapture, strolling through with our little sister Eleanor as she hunts for corpses that have Adam. Adam is this addictive goo that has turned the city into a bunch of crackheads with superpowers. Little sisters are essentially like oil rigs for this Adam. Eleanor then proceeds to run off like any other 10-year-old little shit would do and gets caught in a trap. These junkies are always trying to catch these little sisters to harvest them for their fix. Even risking it all, even if that means getting their heads stomped in. I honestly kind of feel for Delta. Being electrocuted and fart bombed like that after your kid takes off, I'd do the same, bro. For this first playthrough, we'll be playing through on hard mode with no Vita Chambers. Now, you might be already thinking, Ritmas, you're cooked, it's over. Fortunately, we can abuse manual saves to get through this. This'll be a piece of cake, as long as I remember to save. 10 years have passed, and we awake mysteriously in Adonis Luxury Resort. We make our way through and quickly run into our first audio diary, which is one of countless that we will need to collect. In the search for Eleanor, I get my ass handed to me by a big sister for the first of many times. She sends Delta into the depths of the ocean floor, forcing us to walk the seabed. We end the first area where we collect the story achievement, Daddy's Home, for completing the story intro. We move into the Express Depot, where we will quickly grab Distance Hacker and Prolific Hacker for using the hack tool. Prolific Hacker popped early due to me resetting progress on the game, but this is a basic achievement you get naturally throughout the playthrough. This pops after hacking one of each hackable object. After getting trapped again and somehow surviving the junkie firing squad, we will move through the area where we will unlock Counterattack. This is by using telekinesis to throw back a throwing grenade at a splicer. Lastly, to finish off, we will get the story-based achievement Protector, where we will fend off a mob of crazies while Tenenbaum escapes. Ryan's Amusements is the next area. We are here to get Incinerate to melt the ice blocking our train. This is where I begin spamming Shock Plasmid and Rivet gun combos to make this area a breeze. After murdering countless splicers on our way to find our ticket to the amusement area, we hit our first upgrade station, which will pop Upgraded a Weapon. We then collect the ticket to move us into the next area. I managed to break the ankles of the Big Daddy and steal his child to unlock adopted a little sister. Before the adoption papers could be filed, we were off to hunt down some Adam. This next achievement got on my nerves because holy shit, it requires a bit of RNG and luck was not on my side. Master Protector requires us to protect your adoptive little sister as she drains Adam from a corpse without her or you getting hit. This took so many attempts, all just based on where certain splices spawn. While suffering, we managed to also gain Trap Master, killing 30 enemies with traps, and Big Spender, spending $2,000 on vending machines because of how many times I had to reload. There was some absolute bullshit being pulled on me here, but we bashed our head into the brick wall enough and the brick wall finally cracked. Finally! And the icing on top, we get to flog this bastard with a golf stick and unlock 9 irony. After clearing through the second harvest and shoving our child back into the garbage disposal, we receive enough Adam to buy Incinerate. But it seems like the big sister was pretty pissed off with our disposal job and now wants to have a domestic. So I use a pillar to prevent her telekinetic bullshit, I pop her with my rivet gun a few times, and we unlock Unbreakable. Kill a big sister without dying. Now to tie off the area, we head back, melt the ice, hop on the train with Sinclair, and we're off to Pauper's Drop. This will unlock Sinclair's solution. We are held up and put into a lockdown by some grumpy bitch known as Grace Holloway that tries to accuse us of being a child snatcher, which I guess based on my actions so far may be true, but that's besides the point. For holding us up, we're gonna hunt her ass down. Who knows, we might even pinch a kid or two on the way, you know, really live up to that name. After cleaning up the diner and breaking into the pharmacy, we will unlock 2 achievements. Master Hacker for hacking 30 machines, and fully upgraded a weapon for fully upgrading a weapon. Very creative, okay? This is followed by us finding a camera to achieve first research for researching a splicer using a camera, and 1 research track for maxing out 1 research track. Now this is what I think makes the playthrough rough. We have to max out research for every single enemy in the game. Now, how do you max out research? By taking a fucking photo of them mid-combat. What could go wrong? And not only that, but we have to style on them too. To get a high grade, we have a period of time to kill them using different plasmids and weapons. Most enemies are finite, which means we basically have to do this for every single enemy we come across. So goodbye Rivet Shock combo, RIP. After taking some intimate pics with some drugged up cuties, we come to find Grumpy Grace shacked up behind a closet. We are able to use our Big Daddy charm though, which she can't refuse, and lets us in, which unlocks Confronted Grace. Reluctantly, we let her live. She must think that's kind of hot though, because she changes her tune and puts in a good word for us. We eventually head back to platform 9 3/4 where Sinclair has been doing fuck all.
Shut your fucking mouth!
After giving him an earful, we jump on the train and piss off to Siren Alley. We waste no time jumping straight into it and getting into a couple dust stops before popping bought a slot for buying a plasmid or tonic slot. I was feeling pretty good up until this point. Some hard spots here or there, a crash out or two, but mostly a breeze. Now, recall when I said the hardest part of the challenge would be me remembering to save? Well, I completed over half of Siren Alley before getting cocky and copping a punch in the mouth. And what did that punch do? Sent me back to the fucking start of the area. Less than thrilled would be my description of how I felt. After contemplating whether my achievement addiction was actually more unhealthy than gambling or alcohol, I decided to dust myself off and got it fucking done. And on the way, we managed to acquire Master Gatherer for gathering 600 Adam. And look at you, Hacker, for killing 50 enemies using hacked machines. Finally, we get to the Preacher. Blew his chops off to get defeated the Preacher. And we were on our merry way, Ugh. Thank fuck we won't make that mistake again. Next up is Dionysus Park, where Stanley is being a greedy prick and makes us do his bidding. I show off my expert hacking skills, and we get introduced to Houdini splicers. Great. Another enemy to make content out of. We end up finally popping Granddaddy for killing 3 Big Daddies without dying. After taking some more raunchy pics for our Only Splicers account, we move through until we uncover the secrets of Dionysus Park, where Stanley was responsible for putting us in this suit. He also sold Eleanor, which as consequence turned her into a little sister. Nose for News will pop after doing his chores and stepping back on the train to Busan. Now, this is the part where my sanity was truly tested, as not only did we have to replay through Siren Alley, we also had to play through the second half of Dionysus Park twice. And the reason for that, one of the achievements we need to get is curing all little sisters in the game. Little did I know that when you kill a Big Daddy, there is a small chance that the little sister will just fucking vanish. From my experience with Bioshock 1, I was able to respawn the enemies by reloading the area. But after doing everything necessary before killing that Big Daddy, it basically locked me into an instance where the little sister despawned. Safe to say, my starry smile was not as bright after this realization. But we got back up on that horse again, only to have the game crash on me halfway through my second clear. We go again though. At this point, a husk of my former self, a smileless must trudge through this level one more time. Bid every little sister to achieve, dealt with every little sister, collected 100 audio diaries to unlock Rapture Historian. We went on a spending spree to unlock fully upgraded plasmid before confronting this dipshit Alex the Great. The last hurdle of this godforsaken mission, we will get Found Lamb's hideout. It's fucking over. We acquire Savior for not killing those stupid cunts that made this journey so difficult. We blaze through Lamb's hideout to finally find Eleanor again. Lamb tries to break the link between Delta and Eleanor with a smother job, but fails as we play as a little sister to suit up Eleanor to kick some ass and unlock the story achievement Reunion. And as a result, we will get max plasmid slots and all plasmids, as Eleanor gives us the final plasmid to complete these 2 achievements. We finally max out our Spank Bank to get the achievement Research Master. After seeing how close I was to the finish, we arrive at the final upgrade station to achieve all weapon upgrades. To achieve all weapon upgrades. Hello? Then it clicked in my head. After montaging my way through Dionysus Park, it just so happened I missed an upgrade station. We go again. Fortunately, I only had to collect this last upgrade station on a previous save to pop the achievement, or I would have gone postal. Thank God. Ain't no way the hardest part of 100%ing this game was dead ass just me, myself, and I. Now all we have to do is finish off the main story and we will be rewarded with a quad feed of achievements. Heading to the surface for finishing the game. Escape for escaping Rapture. Big brass balls for completing the game without using Vita Chambers. And against all odds for beating the game on the hardest difficulty.
The Rapture dream is over.
There's only 2 DLCs left, and we are done. Now, Minerva's Den is literally only 2 levels, where we are now a different subnautical deity known as Sigma, who helps Charles Milton Porter take back a code called the Thinker from his old work colleague Reed Wall. This DLC was almost like a victory lap, as there was no difficulty achievements linked to it. So, with a renewed sense of confidence, we stroll in and we smash through these achievements. We kill a new enemy known as a Lancer Daddy to get Lancer Killer. We beam a few splices, smack a few vacuums because fuck cleaning, and we clear the first area to acquire the story achievement Log In. We get to play a knockoff version of Asteroids until we max out our points to unlock High Score. On our way through the level, we bin the last few sisters to get Atom Addict. And our reward for being an Olympic level hater of vacuum cleaners? The achievement Garbage Collection for destroying all 10 vacuums. Lastly, we finish off the main story to unlock Route Access Granted for reaching the final area. Pseudo for killing Reed Wall and taking control of the Thinker. And Log Out for escaping Minerva's Den. For only 2 levels, the story it tells is pretty cool, and the twist at the end was a definite surprise. Now, all that's left are the daunting Protector Trials. Ah fuck, a challenge mode, that's just great. Funnily enough, this was the furthest thing from a challenge, as each level was a cakewalk, and that's coming from Mr. I Can't Save. We get Perfect Protector for collecting 100% of the Atom in a trial, which is basically not having the little sister be interrupted at all. Litmus Test comes next, after acquiring 6 stars. To gain stars, you need to complete a trial with an A grade or higher, which sounds like a lot, but it's basically having the sister not be interrupted as much. It's pretty lenient though from my experience, as there were times I was straight up getting mauled and still completed the trial with an A grade. We then slam Get a Bigger Bucket for completing 50% of the trials, Acid Test for earning 18 stars, and then Enemy of the Family and Trial by Fire for earning an A on every single protected trial. Finally, our last achievement is Guardian Angel for completing the bonus trials. These are just basically getting access to everything and not being limited, so it was actually a lot of fun. You could just switch your brain off and just have a good time. And there we have it. Bioshock 2 100%ed, little badge and all. It's honestly a very straightforward game. It's not that difficult, but a lot of the challenge I had was actually just myself getting in my own way. Anyways, thank you all for watching. This is my first real attempt at making anything like this, so I do hope you guys enjoy, and I really do hope that the quality increases as I do familiarize myself with the editing style. Now, I think we go for it, and we try to complete the trilogy with Bioshock Infinite as my next project. Again, thank you very much. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
If utopia is not a place, but a people, then we must choose carefully, for the world is about to change. And in our story, Rapture was just the beginning.